I'm assuming we're live. Hello, everyone. We're just getting ready. We've got 3 minutes before it's a live time. And once we've got the live in action, are you going to share it? Are you going to do the... Oh my goodness. Here we go. Oh, say something. Oh, say something so that...
Hello, how are you?
No, not you. Not you.
Are we live?
Right, hold on. When I can see it, then I know we can go. Oh, we are.
I just showed it to you.
Oh, is that what you were doing? Well, that's okay. Well, I didn't know what you were doing. Right, well, I don't know. I guess we're live. So welcome, everybody. I can't see who's on because I've only got Zoom in front of me. So we're doing one review session. We had 4 lives last week with lovely Lenny Williams. And we've had some requests to review a couple of things. It's going to do a quick review of 3 of the activities that he did. The most popular one was the right angle triangle made from a piece of rope, just magic, as if by magic, but of course it's using maths and real life math. Now I can.
So we're going to do things with strings, mathematical things with strings that you can do on your own.
So we've got 3 sessions: the mathematical strings with things with strings. We've got the some card magic explained, so demystifying magic so that you can see.
And maths at the same time.
And the third one is the emergency pentagon out of a strip of card. So we've been asked to, those were the most popular ones we were asked to review. So that's what we're going to do.
Okay, great.
And I'm going to just change this view. I don't know if it affects anything else. Oh, and I must record. I must remember to record, which I have been forgetting to do. Okay, over to you, Lenny. Okay,
so shall we introduce ourselves first?
Oh, right. So hello, everyone. I'm Caroline Ainsley. I'm the founder of Bubbly Maths, and with Bubbly Maths, we make maths fun. We normally we go out and do shows and workshops, and we can't do that right now. So instead, we're providing this space on Facebook to help parents with maths at home. And Lenny has been kind enough to come and join us for 4 of the sessions. Was it 4 or 5 of the sessions? Because we did Sunday.
I think
don't remember what we did. Lots of sessions, and we're going to do a quick review now. And the wonderful Lenny is an engineer, as am I, but Lenny's a working engineer. But he's also a maths enthusiast. He's a maths communicator, and he's shown us some amazing things over the last week. So over to you, Lenny, please.
Okay, well, I think you've encapsulated everything. That's it. I'm an engineer, and I love maths, and I love learning. I love art, and I love English, and I also like making people laugh. So I call myself a laugh-o-matician, or maybe a magic magician, or a mathematician. I'm not sure. A laugh-o-matics. But I like to do maths for kids that either don't get it, or have lost loving maths, or never loved it in the first place. And I think these are funny ways to maybe get back into it, or learn things that you didn't know before. And everything I can do today, I think most parents can certainly do with their children, and I think kids can possibly do on their own. They might need a little bit of help just to hold things. So shall I begin?
Yeah, please go ahead. So we're going to do 3 segments.
Perfect.
And then in between the segments, we're going to check for questions, so he's going to pause, give you a chance to ask. So put in the questions while he's doing it if you've got any ideas or want to share anything. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to begin with things with strings, or mathematical things you can do with strings. I think most people can do this one. So very first, I'm going to create a circle. I'm not going to call it a perfect circle. It'll be pretty good. So I think that's about as close as we're going to get today. So this is a piece of string. I might call that 8 centimeters, maybe 10. So, and I tied it in a knot. Doesn't really matter how big or how size you do it. Obviously, the longer the length of string you're using, then the longer bigger your circle is going to be. So don't do it without your capabilities. So you need a piece of string, and you need 2 pencils, 2 drawing implements. So you need one to hold the center point, and you need the other one to do the drawing with. I found I needed a bit of blue tack to keep the center into place. So here's my little piece of string, and I'm gonna hang it over my center holder. So it's a pen. I'm gonna plonk that in the middle of my bit of blue tack, so that's not going to move. And then I get my other piece of my other pen, and before I touch the paper or the board, I stretch it, and now I go round the circle, keeping the string taut. Okay, usually you can't get all the way round, so I go back the other way. You might ask why I didn't start. Okay, with a little bit of wobble with the board there. So there is a pretty good circle. So it's not perfect, but it's not as good as you can get. And I like doing that with a paper clip and 2 pencils. So that's how you can make a circle. Literally, you can make a circle of nearly any size. And this is how farmers used to get their horses to go round in a circle. They used to tie in a post, and they used to tie a string on the horse, and they used to push it around. So that's how you make a circle. Now, would you like to know how to make a pretty good square or a pretty good quadrilateral? I'll show you now. So this is a second thing you can do with strings. So what I've got here is a loop of string. It's not any ordinary piece of string, and I reckon this is about 3 meters long. I found out today that if I stretch this out and hold it against my shoulder, that's a meter. So I think this is about 3 to 4 meters. You can do it smaller. I wish I had, actually, because we found out today that we can't quite get this in screen. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull it, and I'm going to hold my knot at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to pull my string, keeping it taut both sides, and keep going to the end until I've got a tight loop at the other end. So I've got not this end, I've got a loop that end, an end, and they're both the same length. So what I do is I get a pen, a marker, and I mark that end. So now, so that there are two parts to it, so I effectively half that. If I hold the 2 ends together and I pull all the remaining string apart as well, then I've got 4 lengths that are the same. 4 lengths that are the same. So that means that these are the halfway marks, these are the quarter marks. So I'm going to make a line there and a line there. So now I've got 4 equidistant, in other words, they're the same distance apart. Okay, I've got 4 marks on my piece of string. So I'm going to ask my lovely assistant here to hold one corner. We're going to have at the top and the bottom. And this is where it gets a bit confusing. So I'm going to ask her. So I've got my marks here because we do tend to lose this as we're going through. So there's your other corner. Okay. And all the corners, as we said, all the marks are the same distance apart. So if we stretch this out, and oh, yours a little higher, I think, or mine a little higher. How are we just out of shot? So there we go. If we lean it forwards, lean the top forwards, there we go. So just out of shot. So hold on there. Let's go back a little bit with the camera. Let's try this. So where's my mark? Oh, there we are. So we've got one mark there. Then we've got the other mark there. And try that. So I think we're just there. So just a tiny bit. So there you go. Not a perfect square, partially to do with perspective, but they're all the same distance apart. So if we held it at right angles, it would be a square. If you did it like that, we've got a rhombus. Keep it stretched. There we are. So there's a rhombus. So there you go. That's how you make a fairly good equal-sided quadrilateral, 4-sided figure. We can do a similar thing and create an equilateral triangle. So this requires a tiny bit of cleverness. I'm going to divide this into 3 loops, the large loop into 3 loops. So there's 2 loops. There's another loop. So I've got 2 loops at the end. I'm just crossing them all over, overlapping the loops. So now I've got 3 loops on top of each other, and I keep stretching, and I keep the knot against my thumb. So now what I have is 6 lengths of the loop are all the same. I'm going to mark the tops. So these are the tops. These are a third apart. There's a line there, and there's a line there. And I'm also going to turn it over quickly now, because later on, not just right now, I've got 3 ends here. I'm going to make a mark on that bend, a mark on that bend, and a mark on that bend. Keep them nice and tight. So I'm going to use those later. So all these marks that I've made are going to come in useful for my right angle. Oh, I should have mentioned that. I'll mention that in a second. So 6 pieces of string, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to get my assistant to hold that. I've got this mark, which is a third of the way round. I've got this mark, which is a third of the way round. So these are all the same distance apart. And if you have a triangle, 3-sided figure, where all the sides are the same, you have an equilateral triangle. So just drop yours slightly. So all the angles are the same and all the sides are the same, equilateral triangle. Can't be anything else because they're all the same distance apart. So that's an equilateral triangle. Now then, great. So we had a squarish figure. We've had a triangle figure, an equilateral triangle. We've got a circle. We can create a right angle maker with all the marks that we've made. So we've made marks that are 12 apart, and also we've created marks that are quarter apart. So actually we've got 12 marks on our string now, which is very useful because you may or may not know this, but Pythagoras helped us out with a figure that if you had a 3, 4, 5 triangle, that would always create a right angle in the bottom corner. So 3, 4, and 5, there's a right angle. So if you count the marks, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Aha, I've got 12 here as well. So let's see what happens. So here's a right angle. Would you mind holding that corner? Okay, and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4 marks along the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we are. That's the 4 along the bottom. And then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, because we've got 3 up the side. So 1, 2, 3. There we are. 1, 2, 3. So I've got 3, 4 along the bottom, and we've got 5 marks left. So we've got 5 along the top. And that creates a 3, 4, 5 triangle. My bottom left here, down my left hand, is a perfect triangle because it can't be anything else. So there you are. We've got a perfect right angle maker. So if you wanted to make a lovely square garden, you could use this, or at least get a right angular. So there you go. That's how it goes. Things you can do with strings.
That's lovely, Lenny. Thank you for that. We've got 2 more segments. And so far, we actually haven't had any question, but we do have Crazy Bananas, Sally Olive Beadle, and the wonderful Steve Benton who are with us. So thank you for joining us.
Oh, hi there. Nice to see you.
It's lovely to see you doing this. Now, I use, well, you might as well. I use strings when I make bubbles, so I can make a right angle bubble. Do you think that my bubble would actually come out looking like a right angle triangle if I used a right angle string to make a bubble?
Definitely can't see why it wouldn't.
That'd be a bit of fun anyway. So the next section is about demystifying
maths and magic at the same time.
Demystifying maths and magic at the same time. I like it.
Right.
Okay, well, do make comments if you have any questions or comments, and I'm going to mute myself so that Lenny can have the floor.
Okay, now this is a trick, and I think I explained. I mentioned to that I said to Caroline the other day that everything is magic until you understand how it works, and I think that works with magic. And I think that works with mathematics as well. So when you get the principle behind a thing, then it's not quite so magical or mystifying. So this might help you. So it's a little trick that anybody can do as long as you follow this routine. So to begin with, I have 10 cards. I'm going to put them in order. So I have 10 cards. I have a 2, a 3, another ace, 4, another 3, 5, and a 2, another 5, and a 4. So that's the fastest game of Snap ever. So there you go, a pair of aces, a pair of 2s, a pair of 3s. So I'm turning everything over so we can't see what's going on. So first I'm going to do the trick, and then I'm going to ask you if you can you know what the principle is. And then
Lenny, that we can't see the whole table.
Okay, let's carry on. So all I'm doing at this point is picking up all the cards. So I've got 10 cards. These are the 10 cards all here. Okay, and I'm going to count 5 cards off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and leave those there. So 5 on this side and 5 on this side. And what we're going to try to do, I'm not going to leave this all up here all the time. We're going to make the last 2 cards match. So let's give that a go. I'll pop that there, and I'm going to ask you to spell out either pack A or B. We're going to spell out last. So which one would you like to go for, pack A or pack B?
A.
A. So we're going to spell out last. L-A-S-T. So we're going to make the last 2 cards match. We'll pop that there for a second. And now we're going to spell out 2. So A or B?
B.
B. T-W-O. Okay, and we'll pop these 2 out the way. So we're nearly at the last 2 cards. We can alternate if you like. So we're going to spell out cards. So say something like A, B, D.
Yeah. C, A, and then RDS.
C and A and RDS. Right. This is probably one time this goes wrong. And then we're going to spell match. So I'll just alternate, starting here. So M, A, T, C, H, and we'll pop these 2 away. So if we're lucky, and if we've done this as successfully as we have done in the past, we should have made our last 2 cards match. Shall we have a look? Here's our big reveal. What have we got? We've got 2 3s. So there we are. Oh, I think the camera's dropped down a little bit. So there we are. We've got 2 3s. That's quite nice. Hold on, readjustment of the camera slightly. Sorry about this. And oh, there we go. Oh, it's all over the place. Sorry about this. Should have set this up a bit more professionally beforehand. There we are. There we go. And right, so there we are. There's our pair of 3s. Oddly enough, we also have a pair of 4s. We also have a pair of 2s and a pair of 5s and a pair of aces. So is that magic or is that maths? What do you think? It's a maths session, so I think there's maths behind it. Do you want a quick explanation of why it works?
Yes, please, go for it.
Okay, let's go as quickly as we can with this, and maybe we can have questions at the end. So what I'm going to start
we can't see the cards on the left, though.
No, don't worry about it for a minute. No, don't worry about it for a minute. It's just organising. So all I'm doing here is organising, and we'll get round to that bit at the beginning. So here I have a series: ace, 2, 3, 4. Ace, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm going to reverse them round this way. How many cards would I have to count to get to the ace? So I've got 5, 4, 3, 2. So if I want to display the ace, I've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I turn this card over, I've got an ace. That's the basis of the trick. It's just down to counting. That's literally down to counting. There's a slight confusion in that I reverse the orders of the cards. So this is what I did. When I was picking the cards up, I reversed the cards. So here we have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5 running from the bottom to the top. And here we have ace, 2, 3, 4, 5 running to the bottom. So if I start from here and count down 1, 2, 3, 4, I end up with the ace. So let's turn that over. Let's turn these over. So we've got 2 packs, but they're reversed in order. So if I count down 4 cards, I'm going to get to the top card. So there's a 5. The 5's at the bottom. The 5's at the bottom. So I'm going to count 4. I'm not going to count 4. In actual fact, I'm going to spell last 4 letters. L. Oh, let's turn it over. Makes things a bit easier, so you can see what's going on. So I want to create a pair of aces, and the ace is on the bottom. Sorry, so ace is on the bottom. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, L-A-S-T, and I have a pair of aces, which I don't draw attention to. I plonk to one side. Now I've got 4 cards. So if I count 3, I'll end up with a 2. It doesn't matter. Or if I go this pack, if I count 3, 1, 2, 3, then I'll end up with 2 5s. So it doesn't matter which one I pick. So I'll pick this one. I'll count 3, or I'll spell 2. T, W, O. Top 2 cards are the same. And I pop those over there. And so I've still got 2 packs. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. They're still in reverse order. So I'm going to alternate. It doesn't matter if I start here. I'm going to set C, A, already a pair. If I count 3 again, R, D, S, then I've got a pair of 2s. And to finish with, I just need to count 1. So, or 3 or 5, which is M-A-T-C-H. And, oh, so, yeah, 5. I miscounted. There we are. So we have a pair of 4s. We have a pair of 3s, a pair of 2s, a pair of 5s, and a pair of aces. So it's not down to magic. It must be down to maths and the ability to count and reorder. So I'm not sure how clear that explanation was, but that's the shortest I think I could possibly make it.
Brilliant.
Well, yeah.
Brilliant. Producer says brilliant.
I'd like
Oh,
Yvette-
thank you. That's it. I don't need any more.
Our producer Yvette is here, and when she got it, Lenny, when she got it, can you do an action replay of what you did when you understood how it was working?
Oh.
That's the same reaction I got when I first did the trick.
That was that came.
Yeah, that time she didn't want to know the answer.
No, I didn't want to know the
Well,
first
that's
time.
true. Now,
Now it's all changed, doesn't it?
let's just check, see if we've got. We don't have any questions, so we're good to
That's
go.
all right.
Our last little.
Okay.
Hold on, let
this
me
is-
mute myself so I don't interrupt you and appear.
No,
on
I
the
don't
screen
mind you
by mistake.
interrupting. No, you don't. Right, so what I did the other day, I'm just looking for a piece of paper. Okay, right, yeah, so here we go. So I've got a strip of paper, it's a parallel sheet of paper. If I get a ruler and make sure that it's parallel with the edge, normal sheet of paper. I'm just showing you how to create a parallel sheet of paper. So line this up with one edge. Okay, make sure it's straight. And then if you pull and hold a ruler down tightly and pull gently, you should create a strip of paper. Here's a strip of paper. There we are. So that's how you do that. I'm going to show you how to do it with this red strip, mainly because it's prettier and it creates nice little symbols, and I'm all about symbols. So what we've got to do here is loop it and cross it. So we've got a cross and a loop. And I think this is a charity symbol. I think maybe you thought that was possibly AIDS, I think. Is that correct? We're not sure, but anyway. So what I'm doing, I'm pulling one end slightly longer than the other, and I'm going to tuck that down into the loop. So now what we have is we have a loop. Let's see if it looks slightly clearer this way. So there we are. So can you see that? So it's a loop. If I turn it round, sometimes it makes it a little clearer. So I've popped the loop down in there. Now what I've got to do is I've got to push and shuffle and push and shuffle until I created the smallest shape. You've got to keep pushing the edges. Not quite there, a little bit of looseness there. Okay, but you might just start to see the angles appearing. So I've got a little bit of mistake there. So I'm going to keep on pulling and keep on pushing. And what I'm doing is I'm tightening everything up. So there's no movement. There's no movement, and all the sides are tightly tucked in. And now what I can do is I can fold this side back, and I can fold this side over. So there we go. And I can keep folding around to get rid of pieces of paper. So what I might do here is just for quickness today, I'm going to tear that extra edge off and tear that. And it's easy enough to tuck this away so we can't see the join. So that's tucked away in there. If I turn it over, turn this back and tuck it inside. Now, because we pushed and pulled and tugged, we've created sides that are as wide as the strip, a little wider because we're actually at angles. And this is a regular pentagon. All those are the same. If you want to get a ruler, you can measure it. Okay. And this is a regular pentagon.
And we need that. Sorry, we need Yvette's reaction now live. What was that?
You like another ooh? I
You
got
liked
two
it.
oohs
Yeah,
in
got
one
another
day.
ooh.
Do you think you could do it, Yvette?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And do you think you could show a young man like your son or something?
We'll watch the video.
Watch the video,
Yeah.
go through it and work it out. It's lovely. It's a way to, in case you need an emergency pentagon. I've got no idea what you need an emergency pentagon for, but if you ever need an emergency pentagon, it's there's one there. So perhaps if you're into the occult. And there's a nice little touch which Caroline asked me to do the other day, which I think is a nice little exercise, is if you open your pentagon out again and you draw lines here, it looks quite pretty. There's a line there. So I'm just drawing along the creases, and I'm going to tell you that's 108 degrees. I'm not going to tell you why. I'll let you find that out for yourself. But it's to do with regular pentagons. So there we are. And there we are. So that's where all my creases are. Sorry, that's where all my creases are. Okay, and there's a thing you probably know about parallel angles, 108, 108. Both those angles are the same. And the internal angles. So that's how you create a perfect pentagon with a strip of paper.
Fantastic. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Lenny. I really enjoyed that,
Thank
reviewing
you.
what we did last week. And I
Thank
feel
you.
confident that I could actually now go out and do those. I did know the Pentagon one, but the other two, well, the cards, I'm not going to, I'll let the teenagers do that. But the, well, and young, I'll let other people do the cards.
Yeah,
Although
I think
enjoyed learning it. I've never
something
understood
for
why.
everybody, for every
Yeah,
age group, I
exactly.
think.
But
Yeah.
I love the string big time. I mean,
Oh, right. Really?
Absolutely love the string. So thank you.
Oh, just lost your sound. Oh, you came back. I can't hear you at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're back. You're back. You're back.
Oh, I'm back. So I was saying thank you.
Thank you very much. That's it. It's great for you. And
hopefully you'll join us again.
Please do. Yeah, I'd probably be taking a break from this for a couple of days because I'm working on some other things. But thanks for giving me.
I have to. He's working on a book, and he showed me some of what he's doing. He's an artist as well. I mean, this man is so.
Should I show you quickly? Oh, can I get in there?
Yeah, we have 4 minutes.
Oh, we have 4 minutes. So because I've been doing maths with you, I've been inspired, and I was asked to create a story for some friends for a class. Oh, here we go. Found them. And so what I decided to do was tell a story about a Stone Age boy who creates numbers or finds numbers or explains numbers. So this is my protagonist. This is my character. I haven't actually thought of a name for him, but for the time being, I'm going to call him Pilk. And Pilk goes into the forest. He fights a monkey and he wins a fruit, and he calls it one because he won it, which is kind of obvious. He meets his friend. This is Toother, because he's got one tooth, and Toother wants one too. Oh, two. So he gets two. So he calls that two. While he's going along, he's making symbols. Okay, then he bumps into Evil Evie. This is Evil Evie. And she ties him up or catches him in a trap. And she says, I'll only if you get me a fruit, I'll set you free. So this is one. He wants one too, and she's setting him free. Okay. And this is Fighty Ford, Punchy Ford, or whatever. And he likes to fight for everything. So he wants something to fight for, and he fights for the fruit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. So, and while he's doing this, he's using my number symbols, which I think you might remember from earlier. So he creates these with thumbprints, I decided today. So first cave paintings, you might see my symbols. That's because we both had the same idea. This is his friend Fifi. She stands for 5. My symbol for that was 5 stars. And she says, if I've got this right, because she's just as smart as our protagonist, as Pilk, she says, if I've got this right, can you see 5 in there anywhere? Can you see the number 5? If I've, there you go, 5. So my young friend Charlie thought, wow, that's clever. How did you hide that? So that's where you get your 5 from. This is 6 Sam. There he is. Doesn't look too well, does he? No, I don't feel very well. So that's 6 Sam. This is Aggie. Aggie likes food. So whenever you ask where the food gone, she says, I ate it. So we've got 6. We've got if I've, there's 5, there's 6, there's 7, there's 8. And we've got knowing Nina. And if you ask Nina the question, she's wise, and she's an early mathematician. I don't know, I think there's a slight resemblance to somebody, I'm not sure. Anyway, there you go. And she says, I've asked her, when do you know what you need to know? And she says, I know when I need to know. And if you look, I've snuck away there. If I need, there's a 9 in there. There you go. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And I was stuck for an idea for 0. And Caroline Bubbles brilliantly came up with the idea of using the hole to create space, and the space could be a 0. So I think that's a brilliant idea. I'm going to borrow it or nick it basically and throw it into the story. Haven't quite worked out where it's going to fit in, but there's my characters. I've pretty much got a story. I've just got to put the whole thing together. So there you go. So it's just a bit of fun, a way of playing with maths, a way of telling a story, and a bit of wordplay as well. Oh, by the way, that isn't actually how numbers were created, just in case anybody thought it was.
Yeah, this is fiction, but it's wonderful fiction. I love it.
Thank
and
you.
I can't wait till the book comes out, and you're
Right.
absolutely welcome.
Neither can I.
You're welcome to my empty hole of nothingness for 0.
Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't think of a better idea. So thank you so much. It's a brilliant idea. So
Well, thank you, and look forward to seeing you next time.
thank you.
So much, and thank you, Sue, for your help, and thank you to our producer. Amazing.
Thank you, producer Yvette. We'll meet again. Not sure when.
Don't know where, don't know when.
See you
Take
next
care.
time. Thank you.
All the best. Bye-bye.